Hey, why can't I use my credit card?
I can tell my husband is super irritated, even just talking on the phone. Huh? Your credit card?
Ugh, my credit card is acting up and won't go through for the payment. Hey, did you mess with my credit card?
Is that credit card you're using the one I gave you for everyone in the family to use? I mean, what are you even trying to use it for?
Huh? Oh, who cares about that right now? I mean, what is going on with this credit card?
Well, I canceled that card. My name is Christy. I'm 35 and I stay at home looking after the house. My husband Kevin, who I met at work, and I are happily together with our 5-year-old son, Sean. After I gave birth to my son, I quit my job and became independent, and now I work from home as a freelance system engineer. This morning, after dropping my son off at daycare, I returned home and unlocked the door to my house, organizing the day's work and plans in my mind. Then my husband appeared in front of me, holding a suitcase for a business trip in his hand. Huh? Where are you going with a suitcase? I asked him about it, and he didn't seem bothered at all, just mentioning he was heading out for a business trip. You didn't tell me you were going on a business trip.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you forgot to fill me in on that. Where are you going on this business trip?
I'm going to Paris.
To Paris? Wait, you're going on a work trip abroad? Why didn't you tell me that in advance?
I'm sorry. I've been so busy I didn't have time to tell you. Oh well, I've got a plane to catch and I've got to go.
And just like that, my husband left with his suitcase. I told him quietly as he was walking out, cutting me off mid-sentence. I hope you don't end up feeling bad about this later.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Oh, it's nothing.
What? Why are you so angry? It's just a work trip.
I know it's just a business trip.
Then, what is wrong with you? You're seriously scaring me. Oh, but maybe I won't be coming back home again. Oh shoot, it's getting late. I've gotta go.
Saying this, my husband quickly left the house. I knew that my husband's business trip was actually a trip to have an affair with his mistress. How in the world did we end up in this situation? Left all by myself by my husband, I'm just here reflecting on the past and imagining the future. My husband began being unfaithful when he got promoted.
I got it. I got a promotion.
What? Oh, congratulations, you did great, honey. Wow, that's really great.
Well, I guess this means I'm officially part of the company team now.
You've been part of the company team, though, but I respect how strict you are with yourself. My husband had missed many opportunities for promotion in the past. This has been the case for the past several years, so I'm very happy for him to get this promotion. I cooked up a special steak and cracked open a bottle of red wine to toast my husband's promotion. The increase in his salary, along with my income, will lead to a significant improvement in our quality of life. Saving money for our son is a must, so I'll be mindful of spending but treat myself every so often. My husband was on cloud 9 after getting promoted, and I was just enjoying each day with a happy heart. But about 6 months after he was promoted, his attitude gradually changed.
Hey, is dinner ready yet?
I'm sorry, you came home earlier than usual, so I couldn't make dinner.
Huh? You should have it ready to serve no matter what time I get home.
My husband has basically been coming home late since he got a promotion. He was putting in extra hours at work, but he was also hitting the bars a lot, claiming it was to bond with his team. Today, I was a little busy with work, but I prioritized work because I thought my husband would be home late. But today was the only day he came home early as usual. He was angry that dinner wasn't ready for him, and yelled at me, saying,
You're so lucky to have an easy life.
Excuse me?
You quit your job right away and now you're doing your own thing, so no more bossy lectures or snide comments from coworkers.
Well, yeah, if you worked from home alone, that's true. But it's a lot of work as well since you have to take care of everything on your own, you know.
No, it's definitely more challenging when you have employees and work for a company rather than doing your own thing from home. You think you're better than me or something?
I wasn't trying to say that. My husband acted all superior when he said that. In the first place, it was my husband who made fun of me. My husband should have known the hardships I went through when I first became independent. So why would he say such a thing? I just got held up and couldn't make dinner for him on time. I tried to hurry up and cook dinner for him. But my husband said,
"Forget it. I'm going out for a drink tonight, so I don't need dinner anymore,"
and left. He came home late that night. He went out in his suit, but when he got back, his shirt smelled like someone else's perfume. I was curious about who he was seeing. Could he have gone to a gentleman's club? One day, while I was spending my days thinking uneasily about it, my husband suddenly told me that he had to go on a business trip.
"I'll be in New York on a business trip for 3 days from tomorrow."
What? Wait, does that mean you're going on a business trip and staying over there?
Yeah, that's right. Is there an issue with that?
No, but you've never had overnight business trips before.
Well, the team I used to be in charge of was located close by, but I got promoted and my area of responsibility expanded. Well, it can't be helped that the company expects me to go on a business trip.
My husband seemed to justify himself by saying so, and my husband's business trips increased more and more. His business trips used to be once a month, but before I knew it, it had increased to twice a month. And nowadays, he has to go on a business trip almost every week. I wonder if his business trips become that frequent just because he has more responsibilities. I used to work in the same office as my husband, but it was impossible for one employee to have such frequent business trips. Something feels wrong here. So, on top of everything else going on, this thing that's been bugging me came back, and I decided to ask Haley, my old coworker and best friend, to grab dinner after our work. I'm sorry for calling you out so suddenly. No, it's okay. How's Sean doing? Sean is staying at my parents' house today. Miley's taking care of him, so I don't have to worry. Miley, my little sis, has a job in an office, but she's still living with Mom and Dad. My parents are happy, and Miley plays with Sean a lot. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad to hear that. So, what's going on? Haley asked me anxiously. My husband is always on business trips. Are things hectic at your job these days? What? Business trips? Yeah. Kevin is going to New York for 3 days on a business trip from today. What? No, Kevin was at work today. What? So Kevin is lying about the business trip and doing something else? I was feeling bummed out, and Haley rushed to back up Kevin. But it's true that we've been busy lately. Everyone is working overtime, and there are certainly more overnight business trips than there used to be. Oh, I see. But this means he's lying to me about today, right? Yeah, I guess so. Haley seemed to think that she couldn't protect my husband any longer and told me that there was something that was actually bothering her. So, there's been some talk going on lately about Lauren, an employee who just got hired, and Kevin having a secret thing going on at work. Oh, wait, could that be? Yeah, unfortunately, I think they are having an affair. Whenever Lauren is ordered to go on a business trip, for some reason she goes on the work trip with Kevin. I often talked about it with my colleagues, saying that I didn't understand why Kevin would go on the work trip just to accompany her since she's inexperienced. I was so stunned when I heard about this fact. I have no proof, but that would almost mean that they are having an affair. So he's not on a business trip. He's actually over at Lauren's house? When I said so, Haley answered awkwardly, saying, Maybe. That's totally not okay. I don't have any proof, but The way he's behaving is making me think he's up to something.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Hey, Haley, do you know where Lauren lives? Huh? Well, yeah, I do. We rode in a cab together going the same way after the company party the other night.
I'll have to check on them once to be sure.
Yeah, I feel you. I know what you're talking about. I'll help out as well.
Haley nodded strongly, and we decided to go to Lauren's house to get the evidence. Then I kept in touch with Haley and decided to make a plan the moment my husband said he was going on a business trip. Then about 10 days later, my husband told me that next Friday was his business trip.
Yeah, no one else has a business trip that day.
Then I guess that means he's lying.
Yeah, it means he's most likely spending the night at Lauren's house.
That's really unacceptable.
I feel ya. I'll be there with you and we'll totally catch them in the act.
I'm really glad that Haley was there for me. When I thought my husband might be having an affair, I wouldn't have been able to hold it together if I was all on my own. Then, Haley and I met up right after work and staked out at a spot near Lauren's house. Then, my husband and this woman, Lauren, came over arm in arm, just like we expected. I took many photos of them as if I were a reporter for a weekly magazine. They were in their own world and didn't seem to notice us. I was able to capture the moment they entered the house. After discovering that my husband was having an affair, I immediately decided to take revenge on him. Actually, there was something else I noticed. My husband has been buying stuff with a credit card, which is for the family, that's under my name. He probably didn't feel like splurging with his own money. He's been spending like crazy lately, not realizing I'd catch him red-handed. When I brought it up to Haley, she flipped out as if it was her own issue.
Let's make him pay for this.
I looked through my husband's phone while he was sleeping and discovered that he and Lauren are heading to Paris by themselves next month. I'm 100% sure he'll use that credit card there as well. So, I planned ahead and took precautions. And I think this will come in handy today when my husband says he has to go to Paris on an urgent business trip. Haley also took a paid leave and stayed with us that day. And while I was at home with my son and Haley eating dinner and having a peaceful time, I got a sudden call on my phone. On the screen was the name I was expecting, my husband, of course. I put it on speaker and answered the call. My husband sounded really annoyed and complained, saying,
Hey, why can't I use my credit card?
I can tell my husband is super irritated, even just talking on the phone. Huh? Your credit card?
Ugh, my credit card is acting up and won't go through for the payment. Hey, did you mess with my credit card?
My husband gets all worked up about it, but technically the credit card isn't his. Is that credit card you're using the one I gave you for everyone in the family to use? You got a promotion, yet you're still using that card? I mean, what are you even trying to use it for?
Huh? Oh, who cares about that right now? I mean, what is going on with this credit card?
Well, I canceled that card.
Huh? You canceled that card? Why would you do that?
If your card suddenly got charged a ton for pricey items like a fancy bag or wallet, and the credit card company reached out to you, you'd definitely smell something fishy and cancel the card, right? The credit card company thinks there's a chance it's a scam. That's why I canceled that card. Oh wait, were you using that card to get those things? But I didn't get any gifts from you or anything. When I said that, my husband clammed up. But he immediately said,
I used it for myself.
No way. I've never seen you with those things. I mean, I already know that you're having an affair.
What?
All your business trips are just an excuse to be with your mistress, and you two are in Paris together right now. And you're in trouble because you can't pay the hotel to check in. Am I right?
No, that's not true. What are you talking about?
You can't get away with this. I already have enough proof.
All I have to do now is to go through my lawyer and demand alimony from you and that woman there, Lauren. When I said that much, my husband seemed to have given up.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry I had an affair. I'll apologize, but could you please let me use your credit card at least?
Why don't you just use your own card for that?
Well, I've already used it too much and there's no balance left.
Are you serious? Wait, so you're saying you're actually forking over more money for your mistress than I thought?
That's not the right way to put it. It's only natural for men to provide for women, right?
Oh, so that just means you're just being taken advantage of.
No, I'm not. We're definitely in love.
Ugh, that's disgusting. How could you say that to your own wife?
I mean...
Anyway, I won't help you anymore. You'll just have to manage on your own.
Oh, wait!
Saying that, I cut off the call and blocked my husband. Then I called my parents and we all got ready to move out. Me, Haley, my parents, and my son all packed our stuff and then put everything in their car. I took Haley out for some fancy sushi as a way of saying thanks for helping out. Actually, a few hours later, my parents-in-law contacted me. Apparently, my husband had asked them for help. I told them what had happened. They were angry and apologized for the trouble their son had caused me and said they would never support my husband. This would cause more trouble for my husband and his mistress. 2 days later, I received a text from my husband. He said he had returned to the US and wanted to have a chat with me. I met with my husband at a restaurant accompanied by my lawyer. My husband looked completely exhausted and like he aged a bunch in the past few days.
You're terrible. You ignored me when I was in trouble, and then you moved out on your own.
It was your fault for having an affair, wasn't it? It's your fault for spending the money without my permission, isn't it? I don't think it's fair for you to blame me.
Ugh, you're definitely not cute. That's why I ended up having an affair.
My husband got upset and got all rebellious. Apparently, Lauren had asked her parents to deposit the money to pay for their hotel and meals in Paris.
She dumped me because of you.
I mean, you deserved it. Well, that mistress of yours who made you pay that much money is pretty bad too. All I'm asking for is alimony and child support.
Oh, come on. Are you still trying to get money from me?
What are you talking about? You haven't paid me back anything. If I felt like it, I could totally make you pay for that credit card that you used without asking me. Are you sure you want that?
No, I don't want that.
Then don't complain, and there will be no division of property. I don't want to give you what I earned.
Fine. I don't want to give you what I earned either.
Then, it's settled then.
Yeah.
I went ahead and gave my husband the papers for the divorce. The whole time, my husband was all like,
You sure you want to do this?
And he was slow and deliberate when signing the divorce papers. What in the world did he want to do? Did he think I was going to change my mind by doing that? I'll be the one to take care of Sean. And he said he didn't want to see you anymore.
What?
I heard that you used to call your mistress right in front of Sean when I was out shopping, thinking that he didn't know what was going on. Sean reported to me that you were happily talking on the phone with a woman he didn't know. And he said it made him feel really sad. Even if he's a child, kids can sense these things. So you weren't just a lousy husband, but also a lousy dad.
No way.
My husband was immensely upset when he found out that our son had said that he didn't want to see him anymore. He was kind to our son, and I got the impression that he really cared for him, so he must have been quite shocked when his son said that about him. After that, I didn't know whether he was listening or not. But now, we're over. My husband filled out the divorce papers and our discussions were over. And so, I successfully got a divorce, filed for alimony against my ex-husband and his mistress, and also filed for child support from him. After that, my ex-husband and Lauren were seen as a problem within the company, and each was demoted and sent to a different local branch office. My ex-husband took another pay cut, so now he's using that little money to pay his debts. He's feeling pretty lonely and having a hard time every day. But my ex-husband totally brought that on himself. It's satisfying to see him in that situation. Meanwhile, I have started living alone with my son, and I'm enjoying peace in our quiet life. Haley and I have been seeing each other regularly since then, and she recently got married as well. I was thrilled, like it was my own happiness that my best friend found hers. I'm really looking forward to her wedding. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.